They want you to connect with them. So there's also a message coming through of, hey, just meditate and call us in and connect with us in that way. So they're really wanting to have contact. The present moment is all you ever have. There is just now and now and now and now. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to Rooted in the Cosmos. My name is Isabelle Gloria. I'm your host, and I'm welcoming you to this brand new episode. Whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening to the audio version on any podcast platform, I'm so happy you're here, and let's tune in. Today, I'm going to do a monthly energy update. So I'm going to tune into the collective energies, and I will share with you what's relevant for the light workers on Earth right now. Nothing in this universe is ever a coincidence. So if you're stumbling across this reading amongst so many readings that are out there every month for the collective energies, be sure that there is at least one message for you that you need to hear. Because this is a collective reading, there may be some messages that are not for you, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Before I jump right in, as always, I'm going to explain how I do my readings in case you are seeing this for the first time and you just stumble across this episode, this video, this podcast, whatever, so you know how I do my readings. I do use oracle cards, but I don't use them in the classical sense, so I don't look up the meaning in the little booklet. I use them as tools, as portals for the information to come to me. So I look at the artwork, I look at the name of the card, and I just absorb the energy for a while. And then the information that wants to come through is coming through. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the card itself or with the intended meaning, but it's like a portal and a tool for me to access this information. It's directly channeled, but I use the cards as the tool that helps me channel the information in the first place. That being said, I'm no longer going to talk around it, and I will start with the first card. What is coming through is very similar to last month's energy, so there's still a lot of heaviness in the collective, a lot of heaviness also in people's personal lives. So you may be struggling with something or some areas in your life right now where you felt like you've healed already or you've integrated so much and things keep coming up. What is coming through is that there is a part of you, or a lot of people feel like this right now, where they feel like reality and the world and just life in general has become dull and not as enjoyable. And this is a horrible energy to be in because we feel like we're in this constant fight or flight, or in this constant fear of the future, like this negative outlook on the world, and there's a lot of conflict, and this also translates into personal relationships and personal like tension with certain people, certain groups. And what is really, really coming through strongly is that we need to focus on living in the moment and living life to the fullest. Even in all this collective chaos, we still should find moments that we enjoy to the fullest, especially if we are not personally affected by the things that are dragging us down. So what is happening a lot in the collective right now is that people are so much in their head, in their fear, in their fight or flight response, or in their fawn response, so they kind of freeze, that they forget to live life. They're always waiting for something to pass, or waiting for things to get better, or waiting for their life to finally feel safe and settled again. So there's a lot of waiting energy in the collective right now. And while we wait for whatever we wait for, we forget to live in the moment, and we forget that this time that we have right now is the life we're waiting for. What my cosmic self is really showing me is a lot of people enjoying little things. I get a visual of like just picking flowers on a beautiful meadow, smelling roses in a garden, going on a walk in the forest, enjoying a good nourishing meal, meeting up with soul sisters and doing like a tea ceremony or something like that. Make your life a beautiful thing to be present in and romanticize your everyday life. I also get visuals of like self-care, putting on a face mask, doing red light therapy, whatever you like to do that. And every day remind yourself that this moment right now is all you have. You're not waiting for something to suddenly change and shift into a positive timeline. You are creating that with every little act in your daily life. The present moment is all you ever have. There is just now and now and now and now. And even though we have this perception of the past and the future, that is not really tangible because you only ever exist in the now moment or in your mind. There is no future, there is no past, there is only the now moment. And the message that wants to come through is that you should really, really, really make it count. And that humanity as a whole, like the collective of light workers, really has to understand and really like embody that we should not wait for something to happen. We're not waiting for our life to begin. We're not waiting for something positive to shift. We are creating it in the moment by the thoughts we have, by the things we focus on, by the actions we take, by the expression we put into the world. All of that is so important, and you really need to live in the moment and live life to the fullest now, not in some unforeseeable future. The next message is kind of connected to that. There is a lot of sensual energy coming through in the sense of making life an experience, a sensual experience. Self-care, quality time with friends, quality time with family, with people you love, whoever that is. But also the devotion and the sensuality, almost like there is this word coming through, sensuality, and it's connected to your mission. What is meant by that is that you are meant to develop an awareness for how sensual and how devoted and how flowy and energetically beautiful the work that you do is, and the work that you are meant to do is. What is coming through is that a lot of people who are already in a position where they lead some type of business or have one-on-one clients, have some coaching programs, whatever it is, they often slip into that mode of, this is my work, I have to do this. I have to do like 5 content pieces this week. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. And even though that is a very real thing and we cannot completely avoid it because we also need to stay consistent and take ourselves seriously in our mission, there has to be an aspect that is very sensual and very enjoyable, very pleasurable about this work. The message that is coming through that a lot of light workers are not fully realizing is that they have such great potential. The internet changed everything. We have so many opportunities. We have such great chances to actually make an impact and also make a living with what we love. There has to be that realization that you either spend your time committing to someone else's dream and you show up to a job that you don't really like or that doesn't necessarily bring you any positives in your life and just makes you money, and you show up there, or you show up for yourself and you devote that time to the things that you actually love. And it doesn't mean that you have to love every second of it. Nobody will ever love every second of their business, every task they have to do. But do you want to commit to someone else's dream and show up there even if you don't want to? Or do you want to commit to your dream and show up there even on days when you don't want to? That is coming through very strongly, that a lot of light workers on the surface, they see the possibilities, they see the opportunities, and they kind of step in, but they don't give it their all because this realization hasn't hit them that no matter what they do, they will always have to do something because that's how the world works, unfortunately. Right now, we have to make money, we have to be financially compensated for the work we do, and most people opt for the way that is less pleasurable, that is less sensual, that has nothing to do with their mission. So the light workers are really called to step into their sensuality when it comes to their mission and fully enjoy doing what they're doing, even on days when they don't enjoy it. The neighbor just decided to mow the lawn, so if you hear any weird noises, excuse me, but I'm just gonna keep filming now because I have no nerve waiting for that person to stop. It's the middle of summer, there's always something loud out there, so we're just gonna live with it. The next message that is coming through is also very, very connected. It's like one big message that is coming through many different expressions. It's that energy of having fun with what you do. What I'm getting is that a lot of you are stuck in overthinking. You want to step into your mission, you have stepped into your mission, you're already doing what you're meant to do, but you're overthinking every little thing, and you are almost like drained of the fun and drained of the celebration of it all. So, what is coming through is that we need to step collectively into a more fun energy. We have to have fun with what we do. Forget the strategies, forget the things that are not fun about your job, about your expression, about your mission, and really for just a while focus on what is fun to you. What do you love to create? What do you love to do? What is the one thing that brings you joy? Because this is where the best ideas come from. And it's not from overthinking and trying to squeeze something out of you. It's from tapping into what is most fun to you and then opening your channels and let that next genius idea come through. I feel like collectively, a lot of you are looking for that one thing that is their thing right now. You are either looking for some kind of idea, what your mission could look like and how you could tangibly express it and how you could be successful in the spiritual space with a business or with a mission that is expressed in a body of work, or you are looking for like your messaging and the way you talk to people, the way you express your message. Go out of your mind into what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel creative, and search there. Stop overthinking. Do what brings you joy, even if that means talking about something online that you haven't ever talked about and not being sure if that's the right path. Just have fun with it. Be more open, be more easygoing. Think back to when you first started and you had no idea what you were doing, and just do what brings you joy and makes you celebrate that you can do that every single day. The next message is coming through as a pure visual first. So I'm just going to explain what I see. There is this abstract feminine shape with huge wings, and pure white or golden energy is pouring out of her heart space into the world around her. And the message that comes with that visual is to open your heart and expect miracles, expect good things, expect sudden positive shifts. And that kind of relates back to the very first message that I was tapping into, where the energy was very dense and very almost negative and suppressed. What I read from this is that we should drop into our hearts more and trust the universe more, trust the divine more. What I'm getting is a lot of light workers need to remind themselves of their basics. So, how I'm reading this is that in the beginning of our spiritual journey, we learn a lot about gratitude. We learn a lot about living in the moment. We learn a lot about positive focus and thinking positively, manifesting positive things by having a good mindset. All these things that are so like embodied in us now and so clear, these are the basics. But as we move on this journey, we kind of lose connection with those basics, and we are not constantly reminding ourselves of our mindset, of our positive focus, of the things that we focus on, of living in the moment. Like all these basics kind of get put to the back because there is more interesting things to tap into and to learn. What my cosmic self is really stressing is that we need to reconnect with our basics. Observe your thoughts, live in the moment, pick up your gratitude journal after all these years and write in it again. Just go back to the very basics of your spiritual journey and really embody that again from a higher level, because it's not going to be the same as before. It's not going to be the beginner you who just started out learning about these things. It's going to be an advanced soul tapping back into these principles from a higher energy, from a higher frequency, which will make that way more powerful and work in your favor. The light beings coming through really want you to trust more, worry less, and have more like the heart of a child that is very trusting, expects miracles, expects good things to happen. and is living in the moment. The final message is a collective message to not just the light workers, but like a message to the collective as a whole, whoever wants to receive it. I'm getting a lot of Arcturian energies. I'm also getting Pleiadian energies. So this is our cosmic family sending us this message. And it's not coming in words, it's coming in energy. So I'm going to translate that into words that make sense. What I'm getting is that they're saying you're always protected. There is always a higher meaning to things that you may not be able to understand from your human perspective, but as a multidimensional being, you understand. You understand very well. And they're almost giving like this energetic hug. And I see and I perceive and feel and see the Pleiadians in the front, like a lot of Pleiadian energies in the front, like this crescent moon shape. They're looking down on Earth. That's just the visual I get. And behind those Pleiadian beings, there is a lot of Arcturian energy that is a little taller. That energy just feels taller. It feels dark blue. They both feel very loving and very assuring. They're both saying that a lot of eyes are on planet Earth right now because humanity is in the process of splitting into two possible timelines. And humanity has been for a while. It has been in that process for a while, but now it feels like the season finale or like a very important point in the season. And they have a lot of attention on Earth right now, especially the Pleiadians and the Arcturians. But I also sense other beings that I cannot name. I just perceive their energy, but I don't have a tangible name to describe them. It feels like a lot of archetypal kind of energies that are watching over us and really want us to know that we need to trust, we need to live in our hearts. They want you to connect with them. So there's also a message coming through of, hey, just meditate and call us in and connect with us in that way. So they're really wanting to have contact and they really want you to know that they only can reach out or send you light codes and messages that you can understand if you invite them. So they are sending your energy all the time. They are supportive in the ways they can, but because they won't ever interfere if you're not asking them to, they can only ever really send you a message or communicate with you telepathically if you invite them to do so. So they are inviting you to invite them if that is something you want to do. They're also telling me how to do that. They're telling me that you should go out in the night on your balcony, in your garden, somewhere safe where you feel comfortable, and look at the stars. And one of the stars will stand out to you. It will flicker or it will just draw your attention. And they want you to focus on that star and be open for communication. And that is all you have to do. You can communicate with these, what they call light ships, and you will be able to download the information that you need, whether that is hearing it in your mind or just feeling like a sense of connection, a sense of home. Whatever it is for you, just be open, observe the sky, and communicate telepathically with that one star or that sparkling dot in the sky that is speaking to you in that way. There's nothing you can do wrong. It's also what's coming through. They want you to know that too. And the energy is very, 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 very beautiful. I wish I could like translate the energy exactly. That was so beautiful. I feel like that was kind of a quick reading this month, but it was potent and a lot of messages came through. As always, I hope you learned something new. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you, what didn't, what messages you took from it. And yeah, just let me know how that felt for you and what you're taking from it. If you haven't done that already, you can join the Cosmic Awakening School. The link is in the show notes. It's my free community. Join us there. We're currently over 800 people, I think. Receive more energy updates, free resources, connection with others, access to me, and just a lot more expanding topics to talk about. See you inside the Cosmic Awakening School, and see you next week for a brand new episode. Until then, have a beautiful week.